Alright, we're here at my balls. I'm doing a little work on 74. I'm fixing to start mocking up all my exhaust for my turbo. So 74 is going to be turboed. Be able to drive around on pump gas. And single turbo, drive around on pump gas, put a 342 or 373, something like that gear in it. I'll probably just leave a 488 in it for now. So I find me a gear, but it's gonna come out of that. Turbo's gonna be mounted about right yonder. I'm gonna run an intercooler because the denser air works a lot better. I could do a water meth injection, which I might do later on, so we can run more boost on pump gas. And if you do the water meth 50-50, it's equivalent to like 116 race fuel with 93, and as long as you do it right, so you can get away with a lot of boost and never have to buy racing fuel. So you just gotta figure out how to mix your water meth injection stuff 50-50, which all it is windshield wiper fluid and some of that heat, or you could just buy the boost juice, which is what we're going to do because it's just easier. But like I said, I'm doing a intercooler. This little intercooler we've had for a long time. It ain't the prettiest thing in the world. I'm gonna mount it right there. Turbo is going to come out, go into the intercooler, go through the intercooler, come down, go under the car, come up over there. I might still try to run my tunnel ram. I don't know if I can figure out a way to make a hat, which I'm sure I could, but I might just throw me a single on it and see about getting a flat hood and put on this thing and make it a little more covert. I love my scoop and I love my tunnel ram, but I've had them like this. I've had this same setup for a long time. Well, not this motor, but the same style setup for a really long time. And I use the Suburban as a guinea pig to do Colton's twin turbo S10. So now I took everything I learned from Colton's twin turbo S10 and I'm going to apply it to my combination. Come up with my own engine combination just like I did with his. Mine will still be the 388, but I'm keeping the cam and the compression, all that stuff. That's all for me. So it'll be a killer combination, I promise you that. I'm looking to make maybe 600, 650 on pump gas. Should run mid 6s. That's all. That's where I'm comfortable at. And I can always put racing fuel in it and turn the boost up a little bit if I want to, but it should do what I want to do fairly easily. But yeah, I'm gonna turbo my 74. Oh, text messages. When I walk around and I get signal. It's crazy. But yeah, I might put me a flat hood on it and single carb, probably like an 850. Single hat. Single turbo. We're gonna go with the GT35 or GT45. I think I'll have enough pressure to spool it pretty fast. But it'll run good. It'll run as good, if not better, than Colton's S10.
Next turbo build started already. Building that exhaust out of the junk pile again. Yeah, pretty damn cool, huh? Never ends. It will never end.
Yeah, this build started when I knew Colton's was going to work.
Huh?
This one started when I knew Colton's was going to work.
Hell yeah.
And everything checked out like it was supposed to. Okay.
You see what happens when you turbo a Suburban? Never turbo a Suburban. Started a little sickness and it just took off. Anyway, put some quieter pipes on my truck. Did a little work on this old bench. Get it quiet down a little bit. Got to take a damn pinion come loose at the rear end. It's wanting the wheel hop. It's got a broke leaf spring, so I'm gonna fix that. Then I finished putting the bed in it, but I had those single chamber flow masters on there, and they sound good, but they're a little loud for driving around, so I put them Magnaflows on there and quieted it down a little bit and got the mufflers on farther back away from the cab a little bit, and I'm gonna put two about 12-inch turn downs on there, and we should be all right. So keep a little gas out there and keep the neighbors a little bit happy. And especially driving it around, because we're going to use this motherfucker. Get some use out of it, haul some shit, haul some junk, and get rid of some crap. Just be able to haul some stuff around. We need a truck, so. We just been working on the S10, racing the S10, so we got a little behind on our shit, but it's all good. It's all good. What's next? Ain't no telling. More shit's coming. More.
All right, so I need the safety glasses so that I can cut this notch out. But the safety glasses are not safe. We live in harmony with the wilderness. Alright, so it ain't much, but I got the curve out and where it goes down on the front of the car.
Yeah, you got it figured out though. Once you get your mind though, you're good. Going blind, once you get it figured out, then you're alright.
And I'm just tacking all this. It will have a piece where I can unbolt it like in the middle.
Trying to see it's the hard part, but we run out of welding wire.
Yeah, see, that's going to come up and run into a tube that comes out of this one that goes to the turbo right here.
I don't have no bolts. We run out of welding wire. So we got to go to the store.
Yeah.
We run out of shit, man. We can't build our shit. We ain't got no shit, bro.
Still pumping turbo. Got that side fixed. Got a joiner, little coupling down there. So
Now, he don't know if he wants to run the 2.4 or run a single, but
I'll probably run the single because it's simpler.
I told him it'd be radical as hell to have some kind of 2.4 set up in that damn, that damn scoop full of damn cool.
Which I might. I got plenty of time to study on it. I ain't got the money to buy turbo and stuff yet, so I have time to study.
You get your teeth fixed first. You gotta get.
Yeah, I got to get dental surgery, which is stupid.
Have him a little oral surgery.
Yeah, I refused to go to the dentist and finally had to.
How they put a stud in there for a damn crown in the motherfucker.
18 years ago.
Yeah, 18 years ago, and then he decided to go out of fucking business, and Dustin's had that damn stud in there, and that damn tube's always give him a damn fit.
Yeah, it abscess all the time. I've dealt with abscess for about 9 weeks now.
He's had that damn metal taste and shit in his mouth, so he's just gonna do that shit first. And
yeah, I got to get my teeth fixed, then I can turbo.
yeah, your damn teeth will damn ruin you, man. They'll make your ass feel so damn bad, and you'll irritable as hell.
Yeah, mine's have hurt all the time, but it's just, everybody says I could die from an infection, so.
Yeah, doctor said he wouldn't though.
They said it's very unlikely, they said, but it's possible. So I'll just get them pulled out and be done with it. But they got to cut them out, which sucks.
Yeah, I pulled a couple out. That's not recommended at all.
Yeah, no, just straight pull it.
That fucking hurt, dude. That shit, you get like halfway and you can't fucking let go of it and you can't keep going, but it's like your mind's going, don't hurt yourself, you stupid fucker. You know, you don't, it's kind of inbred in you not to hurt yourself. So your body's like, what the hell is this?
I had to build me a tube for that one, so I cleared the A-arm. Build everything up, got it run down. Plug wires are on, everything clear, so that's going to be good. Just got to get a turbo. And clears. So, good. Alright, we're going ahead and mocking up the intercooler. Like I said earlier, I ain't got a turbo yet, so kind of limits. And Dad's posting stuff.
Yeah.
A tech pocket.
I'm learning what I'm doing.
Official tech pocket that works.
Yeah.
Run down and across. Alright, after working on the 74, I'm no longer doing the single turbo setup because I didn't have a single turbo, and the craziest thing in the world, backyard built trucks sent Dad some big block stuff like a timing chain, some valve covers, see right there, and just helping out with the big block, which is super awesome. Can't thank that fella enough. And he just happened to send 2 little turbos. He totally hooked us up with these. They're little tiny 60mm turbos. This is essentially the same thing that's on the S10. They'll handle 300 horsepower apiece. So I've done away with trying to do a single. I'm gonna do twins. It's gonna come out. Use that header. I moved all this out of the way. I cut that header, bent it out so it fit. Come up, got that tack. It's gonna come over, turn, single turbo over there. Get that one to fit first because that's the hard side, and then this over here, there's nothing in the way. This ought to be easier. Trying to keep everything the exact same size, exact same length, tubing, exact same bends and everything else, or as close as I can get, you know, for equal pressure on both sides. But that's what's happening, man. Huge shout out to Backyard Built Trucks. That is, dude hooked us up big time with that. That was really cool. So, oh, and these are Dad's big block headers. Finally got enough money to get them for him, and from Speedway, $200 bucks. But they're a big block 57 Chevy fender wells for the big block. We got all the stuff in the shopping cart to order to finish that motor. It'd be, I don't know, we're trying. It's just, everything's so expensive, man. But we're trying. These right here, there's a ticket. I was going to run like a single GT45, but I'd rather run doubles anyway. I know how they work. I did them on Colton's S10, so. That is awesome.
Oh, hell, that's perfect. Look, yeah, that's beautiful.
So, there it is. Everything clears.
Awesome.
And my tube will come right down from right out of there, right down next to the frame, or I can clock it and run it inside of the frame. Either way. I'm going to tack that where it's. Alright. There's one side. All tacked in and set up. This is going to clock down, come straight over, go over to the other one and connect, join together. I'm not putting the snorkel back on.
They would never expect the snorkel to be turbocharged.
You wouldn't expect that one to be turbo. You don't expect none of this. See velocity stack under there? And turns out them velocity stacks is metal.
Steel,
Yeah.
These right here, most of these are aluminum ones that makes power, but those are steel. Most of them are thin ass steel. Those are old ones which are thick, and they come with these and all this stuff in them, but they're thicker. So I told Justin, I was like, dude, just cut that damn thing out and run you down the tube in there and weld the top of some bitch up and you're good. So we're gonna put a plate on. You got all these damn. Took some exhaust and made it work, cut the hole, there you go.
Yeah, and this scoop is the scoop I'm going to put on, which is going to cover everything. I'm going to take the nitro system off. It's going to drop the carbs down. This is going to go over top, and it'll conceal everything. This scoop is going to go on the 64, and I'm going to put the big plenum, the tunnel ram on it, and get the carbs and everything stuck way up, and put the gold velocity stacks and all that on the other car.
Good on 64.
Yeah, because I made this, and it works good. But I want it to be a little bit lower, so easier to drive and everything else. And
you want to get on the radar.
Yeah, well, yeah, it just won't look.
See, I get that tubing looks good. That scoop looks good.
Oh yeah, it does look cool.
Good enough for it all.
Well, let me show you.
He just don't want nobody to know what's going on.
Well, I mean, I want them to know, but I was. It does look cool like that.
See over it. So.
It's hard to drive in the rain or in the dark.
Them right there is a little tall.
See that right there? Look at it.
Them things are stout, dude. Those are steel. You can find them.
Yeah. See this? I cut the hole. I gotta knock it all down.
He had those that sent them to us, and I was like, told Justin, I said, hell, just didn't get. He's like, they're all aluminum. I said, hell, I got 2 steel ones back there.
That'll turn out like that, and it'll go boom. This will come down into the turbo, straight fed from this turbo up to that one. It'll probably come out and turn up into that.
He don't know how to act. And I said, hell, just try it and see. He won't delete all that and go single, which is cool, but there's no need. Might as well just try some experimental shit because nobody does it, so we'll see.
But see, the velocity stack will still work just like a velocity stack. It'll funnel the air. It'll be nice.
It'll work good because that's what they're meant to do.
So
Funnel it right in there. I told him, I said, put your cow on there, and he don't want no part of no cow.
I don't like cow scoops. They look good. I just don't like them. I like old stuff. See, you see this behind you, you're never gonna think it's turbo.
I've been trying to put the cow on that truck for weeks. He just but Green smashes hell out of it.
No, that's a square truck. Square cars need square scoops.
It's too tall. It's too tall. That's what I mean. You can't see around it good.
But
So anyway,
yes,
ain't nothing wrong with that. It's still cool as hell. And it's I said, this shit nobody else does. Man.
each turbo is going to feed one carburetor, and I built the carburetors just like I did the ones on Colton's, and they'll work perfect. It should work fine. I mean, them carburetors, I built them a long time ago, and I've never had any problems out of them. And I tuned to make them perfect.
It's gonna be fine. And you just go out there and dig in your muffler tubing. Once again, the pile's working out and make shit work. They ain't spent no money yet. They've done building it all make me.
No, all because dude sent them turbos.
Because he was nice enough
Yeah.
to send them to us.
Backyard built trucks, man. I can. That guy is awesome.
Yeah.
Didn't even say he was sending them. He just sent them to us.
Backyard built truck, man. He sent that to us. Cool as hell.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't have the money to buy none because of the tooth situation, and luckily enough, I spent all the money I had on the teeth, and these showed
It's
up.
all worked up. We got them 2 teeth out there. Had one of them fucking studs, man. They have to show you them teeth. One of those studs, fucking dentist put in his damn mouth when they went out of business. Never did get it fixed. Had that stud in there. There's a sharp old bastard.
Yeah, it was a metal stud that stuck up through the center of the tooth.
Another tooth. He got 2 of them cut out the same day.
It sucked.
They shot him full of nitrous. The damn nitrous didn't even. They had it wide open. And
Yeah, it didn't work on me. Nitrous didn't work.
It didn't work. It didn't even. I figured he'd say some crazy shit and talk nasty or whatever the doctor.
No, I was giving the doctor. He was talking about his Subaru. I was giving him engine specs on how to build him a 302, put him a real motor in the car. I was like, you want to do this? You want your clearances? 2,000 clearance stuff, blah blah blah. But he was like, you feeling weird yet? I was like, I don't feel nothing. My fingers are a little tingly.
Yeah, I think he got him out of there though. He'll feel so much better. He's still healing up, and we're all bashed up. His teeth messed up. My hand's sore as a dog dick.
Dry socket. Oh God.
Yeah, he got him a dry socket.
Whew.
Y'all ever had one of them? Ooh, they hurt.
That sucks.
But he put a lot of trauma to his mouth. Had to file away some of his jawbone right there to get them fuckers out because the doctor said his teeth are so big they go down and like dig in and want to hold on.
Yeah.
But they was making me feel bad. They had some damn abscess and they just was not
Oh yeah,
good. You
yeah.
can't do shit like
It's
that.
terrible.
I told him, I said, you gotta take good care of your teeth. You don't want to go through that shit no more. Mine are all fucked up and broke. And you just don't need that. So
This is gonna be wild.
it's gonna be cool.
This is gonna be wild.
Hell yeah.
But you see, with the long runners and stuff of a tunnel rib, man, every bore is going to get its own bore for the fuel.
Just gonna go boom.
Yeah, especially when I put the good heads on it.
Hell yeah, that's what it's called.
Good heads, my roller cam, all my trick stuff that's going to go in this motor. It's going to be a little terror.
Yeah, he's got a whole swamp figured out. And I forgot what he was talking about. What was that to them? That cart won all the shows. Anyway, it had 2 turbos on it. It had a blower on it, and they run all the stuff up in the hat. Turbo stuff up in the hat and sealed all that up, and it was show car and it looked good and it run good, but they just do it a lot more for show, running that shit. It looks good with all the tubes and shit going there work, and we don't give much damn about no show. It's built to work. We don't waste no time trying to impress nobody with something that looks good, but there's somebody out there that won't do this shit, and ain't nobody showing them nothing, so hell, we're gonna fucking test it out and see right here.
Yeah, I'm not going covert. You can watch everything I do. Cole likes to go covert.
Cole's all on the quiet side. He's always got it, and by the time you figure it out, there's something else behind it.
Exactly.
So,
when you think it's figured out, you
just
wrong.
time you're like, damn, they got that going, and there's a whole new shit coming.
Yeah, you just see what we want you to see.
Yeah. By the time you see it, it's too damn late, and there's another big old wave. It's just fucking. One of them, what do you call him, a big rogue son of a bitch? This motherfucker's way up there this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, ship rocking.
S10 smash.
Yeah, it's just smash. That motherfucker's coming to Bristol for fucking throw down. I'm telling you. It's gonna be good.
All right, so completely changed from what you've seen yesterday. The velocity stack, we could only find one. I could look everywhere, through everything we had, couldn't find the other one.
Everywhere, man. I don't know where that thing is, but he's gonna make it out of these. We'll find it now, but
Yeah, these are big exhausts.
truck exhaust.
Yeah, they're cut.
5-inch.
Yeah,
The
5 and a 8, I think is what
The
they
end
are.
that's flared out to go over another piece of 5-inch. This is 5-inch OD. There's 5 and 8.
But what we're gonna do is I gotta drop the carbs down, take the scoop off, measure with the other scoop how far up it's gonna go, how much room, how much more I can cut out. I have stuff that I can weld too, because I can't TIG weld because I have no aluminum welder. That I can.
Steel.
Yeah, mild steel. So whatever.
Just change it around over, it will work.
Yeah, it'll work fine.
Cut out the top hat, weld it up, and there you go. Probably even leave the damn exhaust damn part number on it. There it is. It was something with a fit. There it is.
That'll fit. Well, there it is. The nitro system is officially off. No more bottle for this old girl.
Poor little precious. She's like, what the fuck y'all doing?
I know.
I was hauling ass.
What are you doing to me? Yeah, it was. 740s. Pump gas.
Push a 740 got my ass like shit.
They're running pretty good. Let's
Off
see.
the ball.
See what 640s feel like.
Feel like a breath of fresh air.
It fit, but it
Don't
fits.
matter, dude. It don't matter.
All right, well, this is how this is going to work. Now you see in there, this looks like a bunch of plumbing, but
Look at that.
there you go.
Shit.
Turns
They
down.
just go cut out one big hole, and I was like, loop it around the damn tube and run through here.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Good pop the scoop off. I think everybody wanna know what the fuck it like now.
Now I just got to do this one where it comes up and turns down.
There go fail.
I need to tack that one in place where it's at. I'll mark it. I'll just mark it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I'm going to cut off of it. I got to mark it. All right.
I got that cool motherfucker.
Second tube is tacked in.
Give a damn hoover.
And then the rest will be aluminum with fittings and stuff. But I don't know. I'm gonna smooth out inside there. I just had to tack them in place because just had to tack them in place. So I know where everything's supposed to go. That one will be pulled down just a little bit. And then tighten that up.
Close.
Alright, we got one side. Went ahead and plumbed one side. Now I just got to order a couple of pieces to do the other side. It's going to be single. It's going to be a straight shot to the carburetors, and it's going to spool fast. It's just going to be bam bam.
Yep.
Junkyard scrap junk.
Yeah, same shit. Somebody can make power.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, yeah. It's a second effective as hell. Simple and effective. That's all you need.
Okay, we'll call it for there for tonight.
Like $200 on hat.
Yeah. Which regular hats, I couldn't have run it exactly where I wanted to. This is custom. It's exactly where it needs to be.
It's built the way you need it. That's why I tell Jeff, I said about them kids. I said, man, you gotta get them kids. You ain't got no free roam. You can't build shit the way you want it to make it do what you want to do. This shit here, you just fucking come up with as you go.
Yeah,
It may not suit anybody's taste, but we don't really give a monkey shit.
Not at all.
Sitting there digging at their ass and watching everybody else, we're getting it done. Okay, it'll work, dude.
Yeah, well. And now to conceal it all the way. There's no turbos under here. It's just an old hot rod.
Just an old damn Fabrication hot rod and overrun around. That damn little old whistle, man, all you know.
Yeah, there's a vacuum leak.
You can stick a little hood scoop in there and nobody knows anything. Never see it. Won't have that exhaust run out here and all that.
That's my intercooler. Probably run the exhaust down, turn it out a little under the fender back here. That's what Colton said. Colton wanted me to cut a hole in the lower quarter and run it out like bullhorn.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, it's kind of low there. You can put it wherever you want to put it.
Yeah, what Colton said, take and cut a hole and turn it out. I don't know if I really like that though. Alright, I guess that settles
It's
it.
just experiment, dude. It might not work good with 240.
It'll work.
The way it's set up and the way a tunnel ram's supposed to work, and you start blowing some pressure to it.
Well, look at it this way. Everybody told us, tunnel rams, you can't run them on the street. They're terrible. This is the most dependable, best run thing.
That's what everybody said when we first started fucking tunnel rams. You can't do that. You can't drive them. They suck. Or selling, I'm getting rid of it. It's like bullshit.
It's all in how you tune it.
I can fire that truck up right now and fire the 57 up right now. No fucking hesitation. There's somebody right here to fire right up. They're just as sweet as they can fucking be, man.
After you dial them in.
Yeah, if you get them right, you don't have to worry about them. And they run good. They don't get sucked mileage. And that fucking truck got 18 to Bristol and back. Yeah, it don't. Yeah. And it's right there when you want to buy shit. This thing here has two 750 sideways double pumpers. Ain't nobody messes with that. Nobody wants to do that. And it works like a flawless.
It worked
put
good.
them on there and they can fuck with them sensor just like
No.
that.
I tuned this setup on the old 350 motor, put the 388 in it, and it's just, they've worked ever since. tweaking and tuning and getting them right and selecting the jet and the power valve and the mixture.
You can always yank it and put a single on it, dude.
No.
That'll work. But hey,
No, that looks way too cool now.
Why not try to do something? I mean, it looks kind of like it's kind of rat rod setup, but that rod ain't no bullshit setup. It's just to make power, and it will.
Yep.
You just build it out with that pile of shit right there.
Oh, cool. Let's go. Let's clean up and get out of here. I get over here just in time to see Kerry pull out with his rat rod, and he's going to take it up through there for the first time. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Kerry. That is cool.
Maiden voyage.
Yeah.
Get up there and let my brother sit that I got the truck from.
Was that him up there in the red car?
Yeah, he's waiting on his daughter up there.
Oh, man.
He was flipping out. Old Pete's gonna be doing the hippie shake back there.
How'd them seats feel?
They feel good.
Really? Cool.
You wanna go for a ride?
Yeah, let's go.
Get out and cut that idler down up there at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
But it's kind of pulling, and I wasn't sure if the brakes was going to work either.
Well, here it is, folks. This is Kerry Fox's rat rod. He just went up to there one time now. I'm going for a ride. Hey, this sounds good. Drop right in here.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool right there. Way to go, Kerry.
Wow. What a trip. What a long, strange trip it's been.
There you go. Alright, I filmed all this where I was building these headers for the 74 twin turbos, and somehow I deleted the footage. I either lost the chip or I went to delete it or drag it over to the computer and didn't actually drag it over and just deleted it all, but I don't know where the footage went. But I built all this. These are for the 74 for the twin turbos. There's one. Those are my hats. And there's the other one over here. Just old like hot rod headers, and fucked them upside down and cut and made everything fit. They ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but they will work. Hogged them out for maximum flowage. Might hog this out just a little bit more, but yeah. So Kerry Fox was nice enough to let me come over here and weld them up, and I got this on because I got this really bad messed up nerve in my neck, and it shoots down my arm and it hurts like crazy. So if I can limit my arm movement, it kind of takes a little of the strain off of it. And plus it's supposed to keep me from picking up motors and stuff, which I'm always doing, and always tearing up the nerve again and again and again. And that's what this is for. Trying to keep me from hurting myself. But still over here trying to work on this, and check this out. My scoop off the 74, I took and put the large plenum, the TR1X large plenum, on my TR1Y tunnel ram. See, there's a small plenum. Put the large plenum up and got the carbons back up high, and put my scoop on. My see-through scoop that I built. So that will be on the 64, and I am in love with it. It totally changes the look. But it will be painted up with the gold and the red and the black, and everything else. Is probably going to get this car out of here next week because she's pretty much done, aside from, like, you know, little piddly body stuff. But it's been a process building this thing back after completely destroying it, hitting the wall. But she's there. I have to use the GoPro because the other camera battery's dead. So I'm going to use the GoPro. But see there, see my gold velocity sticks. So that's what's going on, man. Just trying to get this stuff fixed. Getting ready for super shooting coming up. But still waiting on a few. I got to buy a few parts for the 74. But just want to show everybody my headers that I made. I didn't clean the metal off, so I kind of had to just stitch weld it. It's not the prettiest welds in the world, but that's why they make grinders. So cool. All right then. Absolutely love this scoop. This thing looks so cool. Oh, and Kerry's been out driving his rat rod up and down the driveway. It officially runs, moves. So cool. But there is a 64. Probably come over here with the ramp truck or the car trailer and take her out the house and get her ready to paint. Take it down and do some test passes. Shake it down and shake it side. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I love this old car. Welding the tops on. See. Alright, I went ahead and set them on my 64 just to see how they were setting. They'll sit just like that on the 74, perfect. Nice and tight. Use my gasket around the bottom and seal them up. Should be good. And I'd like to give a shout out to Mark, Beast from the East. Sent me this. This come off the original, man. One of his buddies had us on the original dragster way back in the day. See, it's all rusted and the metal flake is faded out, but that sucker is beautiful. It's perfect. It's the perfect size. So, look at you, man. It's in there. That was awesome. I love it. Got that, then what a view that's going to be. That's awesome. I love that steering wheel. Thank you again. Alright, so I got the oil lines and stuff made. I don't got header gaskets on. I don't got gaskets in between there. I got the oil returns made, but they got to go down to the oil pan, but I can't do that till I pull the motor. So I just kind of loop them around and go to the valve covers. What? Alright, I'm just going to start this thing to check the oil system, and I still got to do my boost reference regulator and put my hats and finish the plumbing and do all that stuff, and then pull the motor and build it for boost. But we can at least fire it up. I don't got no header gaskets on it. I ain't got no gaskets there. I ain't got no gaskets here. And this is open because I got to make a plate to block that off, so it's probably not going to spool.
Put the block in the truck.
It's just going to exhaust leak right there. But
Why?
I started this thing for just a second, and the fittings that I had didn't seal right, so I got to fix that. Alright, so we're back here again. Made another plate, went and got another fitting from Lowe's. Made another plate and bolted that up. Now I'm fixing my carb linkers. I'm going to pull my carbs back off and put gaskets on them because they're leaking. I'm also going to change the plenum, change the top. This one doesn't have any vacuum port in it. The other one does, so I'll use that one. Well, I got a vacuum leak on my front carburetor. It's in the base plate gasket. And I don't have another base plate gasket. All I have was the one. But it fired up and that's still drizzling. I'm going to pull it off and see if I can fix it. Still got exhaust leaks because I don't have no gaskets nowhere. But it will at least run. Carburetor. Trying to come up with a way to equalize all my tube lengths. Alright, on my intake side is plumbed. The distance from this point to that point, and this point to this point is 1/2 inch of each other. It was a pain to make it like that, but now each carburetor should see boosted almost the exact same time. That thing is crazy looking. Piece of header tube right in there. Now radiator hose clears perfect. I gotta fix the vacuum leak because it won't idle because of the vacuum leak. So I'll pull them off tomorrow and run through and fix them. Alright, I pulled my carb off. Found my culprit there. This base plate on the rear carburetor is warped. You can't see it with your eye like that, but if you take a straight edge and lay across, well, let me move all this crap out of the way. It's hard to do this in film, but I've been filing on a little bit. See the gap? There's a slight air gap. That tells you your warp. So there. And it had it on that side, but I about got it out of that side. So the way I fix that, because God knows I ain't got no mill, nothing like that. You take a file, set it flush, and drag it, and it will show the high and low spots. See, these are all high spots, these are all low spots. So I'm gonna get it close. I'm gonna put a little silicone around it and seal the gasket to it, and should stop the leak. See, these had nitrous plates on them, and the nitrous plates had using big bolts, and everything was really tight, so it warped them a little bit. But the other carburetor wasn't that bad, but this is the one that's making all the racket. So we'll fix it, and I'll check this for squareness too. It'll fine. I need to do a little fine tuning on the carburetor, but there you go. So fix my vacuum leak.
That was good, man.
What if it'll just start without any pump?
Damn pumps can't come back too far.
Plug the hole. Yeah. Just put it up there. Build no boost.